Oh, the numbers don't lie, but the game ain't fair. The man in the shadows, he waiting out there. He whispers sweet odds, but don't trust the eyes. 'Cause the sports book, a devil in disguise.
Well, the Big Ten quarterfinals. You lot ready for this? Early start, no time for tea. Just straight into the action. Oregon, the new kids on the block, stepping into a dark alley with Michigan State. Only problem is, the Spartans brought brass knuckles and they know how to use them. The Ducks, they scrapped their way past Indiana. A dogfight at first, but then, bang. A 10-0 run before halftime left the Hoosiers looking like they'd been mugged in broad daylight. Defense, lads, defense. Indiana shot a frostbitten 36.2%. Oregon, a slick 49.1% from the field, 40% from three. They get stops, they hit shots, and they don't blink at the free throw line. But let's not start writing Cinderella stories yet, because they haven't faced a butcher like Michigan State in a while. And speaking of butchers, the Spartans. 7 straight wins. Top of the Big Ten, 7th ranked in the country, rolling into the tournament like a runaway train, no breaks, no mercy. No survivors. Last time these two met, Michigan State didn't just beat Oregon, they turned them inside out and used M as a welcome mat. Smacked M by 12, covered the -10 spread like it was child's play. Shot 50%, pounded the glass 40-27. And left the Ducks wondering what the hell just happened. This is what the Spartans do. They don't just win, they suffocate you. They lean, they press, they take your legs, then they take your wool. Oregon's got fight, no doubt. They've got shooters. But have they been through a wall lately? No. Their last 4 games, all against teams floating in the kiddie pool. Michigan State, they've been body-slamming giants. But here's where it gets spicy. The Ducks come out throwing haymakers. They hit a couple of threes, get a few stops, and suddenly, we've got ourselves a game. The crowd's buzzing. The cameras are zooming in on the underdog. People are leaning forward, thinking, Oregon might actually have something here. And then, second half. Michigan State tightens the screws. The Ducks start gasping for air. The Spartans, they start eating rebounds like they're on an all-you-can-eat buffet. The Ducks, they start looking for the exit. And today's AI pick is Michigan State -4.5. The Spartans don't just win. They bury you. 10 wins in a row. And only once did they win by less than 5. You want a value pick? This one isn't just served on a silver platter, it's plated, garnished, and wheeled out on a golden cart with a side of fine wine. That's the first game down. On to game 2.
The SEC quarterfinals. The stage where reputations are made, dreams get crushed, and some poor soul realizes he should have bet the over instead of the spread. Today, we're talking about the 8-seed Ole Miss Rebels stepping into the fire against the top dog Auburn Tigers. But let's cut the fluff and get straight to business, shall we? Auburn sitting pretty at 27 wins and 4 losses, top seed in the tournament and fresh off a double bye. Meanwhile, Ole Miss just scraped past Arkansas in an 83-80 battle, earning their right to face the Tigers. And speaking of past meetings, let's just say, if the Rebels were looking for revenge, they're about 2 steps behind. Auburn put 106 on them last time. That's not just a loss, that's a public execution. They got sent back to the locker room in a body bag. Now here's the real juice of both these teams. They don't believe in defense. Auburn's dropping 85 a game, but letting 70 trickle in the other way. Ole Miss, they're clocking in at 77.6 on offense, allowing a very generous 71.8. That's like giving your opponent the Wi-Fi password, just an invitation to let him run wild. And with a total set at 154.5. Do you hear that? That's the sound of an over begging to be smashed. Let's talk trends. The over is 5-0 in Auburn's last 5. 5-0 in Ole Miss last 5. And the cherry on top. The last 2 meetings between these squads both soared over the total like a heat-seeking missile. 92-82 in Game 1. 106-76 in Game 2. If this was a movie, the title would be nothing but buckets. So, what does that mean for us? It means we're not overthinking this one. The numbers are shouting, the history is screaming, and if we ignore them, we might as well be trying to dribble a football. And today's AI pick is over 154.5. Auburn scores for fun. Ole Miss won't just roll over, and history says we're in for another shootout. The scoreboard operator better have some ice packs ready, because those fingers are going to be working overtime. That's a wrap for this one. On to Game 3.
Roka sitai va'melaktora, ve'nai shalav ka'uldar. The winds whisper, the spirits tremble. All right, you degenerates. Let's talk business. Big Ten quarterfinals, Wisconsin versus UCLA. Two teams with different identities, and one of them about to get left in the dust. You know how this works. No fluff, no nonsense, just cold hard facts. Vashtal Karun, Ezra Navai. Wisconsin? They ain't here to entertain you. They grind, they fight, and they drag teams into the mud. They just did it to Northwestern. Smothered them in a 70-63 slugfest. Ugly? Absolutely. Effective? Without a doubt. Their offense? Fourth best in the Big Ten, dropping 80.4 a game on 45.9% shooting. But here's the thing. You live by the 3, you die by the 3, and these Badgers hoist 9.8 of them a night. Leading the conference, Nolan Winter and John Tonje, they just put up 18 each. But the bench? Only 10 points. That ain't depth, that's duct tape. Olam Shatar Venka. Then we got UCLA. First year in the Big Ten, played shaky early. But they hit their stride, went 2-4 to start conference play, then rattled off 7 straight wins. That's like walking into a bar, getting punched in the mouth, then taking down the whole room. They finished with a 13-7 record in conference, grabbed the 4th seed, and now? They got the best defense in the Big Ten, allowing just 65.1 a game. That's 23rd best in the nation. Opponents are shooting just 42.8% against them. They force turnovers, they scrap, and they make teams earn every single point. Offensively, 74.9 a night. But over the last 5, they've slowed to 71.8. They're not flashy, but they're efficient. 47.2% from the field, 35.4 from deep. Bilodeau leads them with 14 a game on 50% shooting. Daly's dropping 12 on 52%. Solid, but not deep. If they can't control the tempo, they're in trouble. And let's not forget, these two already met once this season. It was a shootout, 85-83. Bruins squeaking by at home. Wisconsin torched them for 51% shooting and 15 threes. UCLA shot just as well, but turned it over only 7 times. Difference was razor thin. Nokath Lishar, Torav Ezekiel. So, what does it all mean? It means Wisconsin has the momentum, it means UCLA is stepping in cold, and it means, and today's AI pick is, Wisconsin Moneyline. Badgers are deeper, they've got the rhythm, and they know they can break this defense. UCLA's about to find out that waiting 2 days to play is a lot harder when the team across from you has already been sharpening the knives. The spirits have spoken, and the path is sealed. There is no turning back now. The spirits have spoken, and the path is sealed. There is no turning back now. That's it for this one. On to Game 4.
Welcome, my curious souls, to AI Sports Predictor. Tonight, we got a grudge match spicier than a Tarantino showdown, the Tar Heels stepping back into the ring with Duke. Oh, and the drama? It's juicier than your guilty pleasures. North Carolina's rolling in, cocky but wounded. Having gone toe-to-toe and tasting dirt from Kansas, Auburn, Michigan State, Florida, Louisville. Mid-season wasn't prettier. Racking up losses to Stanford, Wake Forest, Pitt, Clemson, and Duke. Recently though, just a solitary blemish, and naturally, it's Duke's signature all over it. But Duke? They're nursing their wounds too. Cooper Flagg went down. And you could practically hear the gasps echo across campus. Thursday's showdown with Georgia Tech? Looked shaky at first. Trailing 31-26 at the half. Then Con Knoopel rolls in, dropping 28 points. Handing out 8 assists like candy at a parade. Books took notice, shook their heads, and dropped Duke's line down to -7.5. Here's the deal, Cooper's absence changes things, but this ain't just any game. Duke's taken Carolina twice already. Clean and decisive. Enough suspense, let's do this. And today's AI pick is Duke Blue Devils -7.5. Place your bets and buckle up. And Duke, time for someone to step up, look Cooper in the eyes, and say, sit tight, flag. We're about to get medieval out here. Now, on to Game 5.
Tennessee vs. Texas. The line's at 10, and I'll tell you right, no, it ain't high enough. Texas. 19-14. They started strong, then collapsed like a bad poker bluff. They just crawled through double OT against Texas A&M, and now they gotta deal with a fresh, lethal Tennessee squad. Good luck with that. Tennessee? 25-6. They already beat Texas on the road. Crushed him on the glass, shot better, and still left points behind with sloppy turnovers. Clean that up. Texas won't even see the rear view. Last week, Tennessee buried South Carolina with a second-half beatdown. 11 wins in their last 13. This ain't a team, it's a machine. Meanwhile, Texas is running on fumes, living on borrowed time. And today's AI pick is Tennessee 10 games already over. Texas just doesn't know it yet. Quick recap: Michigan State 4.5, Ole Miss Auburn over 154.5, Wisconsin Moneyline, Duke 7.5, Tennessee 10-5 picks. 5 winners. You know what to do, like, subscribe, and get ready for more.
Oh, the numbers don't lie, but the game ain't fair. The man in the shadows, he waiting out there. He whispers sweet odds, but don't trust the eyes. 'Cause the sports book, a devil in disguise.